myself out, and that was to try and give some sort of feedback to people that I was agreeing with that sort of situation. I would never agree with that, and I'm going to give names. When Mallory said, wear a t-shirt and be proud that you support pedophiles, I was shocked. I was absolutely disgusted, because Tiffany and Molly had no idea that this person was who and what they are, which was a gross monster. Okay, and when Mallory turned around and said, wear a t-shirt and be proud of being a pedophile supporter, that
Mallory
was it.
Did?
Yes, she did. And I was furious with that, absolutely furious, because as far as I'm concerned, to own something is to believe in something. And Tiffany was shocked. You know, Tiffany dropped off the panel and all that sort of thing. And I had it out with Mallory. I said, there is no way that they should own any of this shit. You know, they had no idea this guy was a pedophile. They had no idea about any of this. And to let alone buy a t-shirt and be proud and, you know, that I support pedophiles, get stuffed, you know. And I was stuck on the panel because I said, I'm going to leave, this, that, and all the rest of it. And then, you know, the audio started coming out about Wendy and that sort of thing. So I sat and listened for a little bit. I regret sitting there. I should never have sat there.
That is shocking to me that Mallory would say that.
Yes, she did. 100% she said that.
Do you think it could have been a joke? Like, was she tongue in cheek?
There is no joke. There is no joke that has any, I don't know, there can never be a joke where a pedophile's concerned. Never. She said, buy a t-shirt and own it that you're a pedophile supporter. 100%.
It makes me sad.
Do that here.
Do you know what I would say? You know what?
Thank you, Aries.
I would say don't struggle. Don't struggle. You know, if they want to call y'all pedophiles, don't struggle. Just accept it. Let it happen. Because the more that, you know what I'm saying? The more that you say, the more that you bitch about it.
No, I get you,
the
but
more
it's
that
just
they're
so
gonna
it's
do
just
it.
so gross to me how Wendy reacts to the truth. But
Let
then
her
she'll sit
let
there
her
and
just
lie
do it.
on you.
Let her
and you're not
wear
supposed to have a
herself out with
reaction.
it. I would be like, you know what? I'm a pedo
She's
supporter.
a teacher.
Wear it with pride.
But the point, you know what I do support?
I just can't imagine that she wakes up to go to school every day.
Here's what I do support, Mallory. I support knowing the difference between a pedophile that is, you know, fucks with little girls.
Right, exactly. There was a difference.
Or, you know,
there was a gray area, Laura. You're right. There was a gray area with this case of him.
But not only that, not only is it a gray area, but I wanted to get to the heart of it. And the heart of it was he was way too honest to be like this 65-year-old creep.
Right.
Like, he was way too honest. So I knew there was some kind of underlying mental illness that had to be pretty fucking strong. That's what I was trying to get at.
I understood it. I perceived it that way.
I saw something completely obvious and almost pathetic today, and that was, I think it was Mandolin's. I know she was participating. I think it was Mandolin's. Don't hold me to it. But they were another group, the Pony Girls over there, were another one trying to pin y'all to the whole pedophile cross.
Oh my God.
But yet they were, listen, they were over there. They were over there with YouTube pictures of the same man, YouTube pictures and his rap sheet, and they were going through it all at the same time, calling y'all pedo supporters. But here's the bottom line. It was very obvious to me that they were insanely envious and bitter that you actually had the pedophile on your panel, and all they had was Google. That's what it was about. You actually had the man. You had the man that sat down to eat with what's his name? The murderer. Chris Watts. You actually had the man that sat down with Chris Watts and could tell you what he ate, how he behaved, if he did or did not shower
Right,
with
and
him.
that's all it was. We didn't know he
That's
was a pedophile.
what it was.
We had no idea
So
he was
since
a pedophile.
you had the guy on panel, all they got to do now is just penalize you for it by calling you a pedophile supporter. So that's what I'm telling you, ladies. Own it. Own the fact that you had the pedo on the... Own it. Because when you start owning it, it's just going to piss them off. It'll piss them off. Because I'm telling y'all, if you never listened to me before, own it. Just own it.
It seems like that wasn't known that he was a pedophile. So there's no blame in any way, shape, or form. They didn't know he was a pedophile, so they don't have to own anything.
Well,
it'd be different.
The point is, when you listen to me clearly, when you say I didn't know, you're making an excuse. It sounds like an excuse.
They
didn't know. I understand they didn't know. We understand they didn't know. But when you say in response to these accusations, when they're calling you a pedophile supporter, when you say to them in response, I didn't know, that's not good enough for these people. They don't care that you didn't know.
Bad.
They're not interested in they didn't know. They just want to be able to call you a pedophile supporter just for the pure reason that they're bitter. So since it really comes down to the fact that they're just bitter and they don't really care what the reasoning is, just let them be bitter and make them more bitter by just smiling and saying, you know what? Yeah, we had him on and you didn't. That's really the only thing in this particular situation that you can do. Let bitter have bitter. That's all you can do. That's my opinion.
Nana's Kitchen is right, though. Interviewers are never equated with their guests. It's small and simple-minded. 100% true.
And I need to tell Lovah, I'm impaired. I accidentally woke up when I heard Wendy's voice.
Kimberly, I have effect on people like that.
When I heard Wendy's voice, I thought I was having a nightmare.
Yeah, it's like that, definitely.
Yeah. But I actually agree with Mallory, and that's what I was thinking earlier. What you
take the power away, Riley.
Because he was, right, Woody. He was in a cell with Chris Watts, so he's in prison. So he's either a rapist, a killer, a kidnapper, a bank robber, or something. No matter what he could have been, they would have said, oh, Molly's supporting a bank robber and a family murderer. You know what I mean? They would have said that. So I agree.
She's true crime.
That's right.
So
I just would not say nothing.
The argument is mute. Plus, there's nobody here who supports pedophilia. There's nobody here.
Give me a break.
Nobody in the chat, nobody on the panel. Nobody supports pedophiles. It was just an interview. I think they're grasping at straws.
I said earlier, see, they try to take the high road. They really do. But all they end up on is in the ditch. They do this repeatedly.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. They do this repeatedly, but I'm not going to stay up because I really, truly am impaired.
That's awful.
I'll say it. Hey, I own it.